Hello, spooky followers. My name is Indigo Grimm, here with a spooky review. This time around, I'm going to talk about a creature in many way pure, but their magic is very powerful, especially purifying water and their surrounding. And also, I know a few, not personally, but a few VTuber actually have this in their models called unicorns. now, now, let me explain. Yes, I know unicorns are mostly pure, not scary, but, but, I really want to review this for many years now, especially since we're back on YouTube as pintubers. So that's why I'm here to review the unicorn and their lore. So, bear with me here. Now, the unicorn is very common in mythology. Many people will think unicorns are for girls, basically. And don't get me wrong, when I was a ye old pup, my lovely father and mother bought me a lot of unicorn plushies, books about unicorns, and a lot of other stuff. So, yeah, I know about unicorns. It's girly, I get it. But not exactly. Not now. Not these days now. Unicorns are basically majestic. But did you know that a unicorn didn't exactly look like this? In this old tapestry, it does look like a unicorn being captured, but has a long horn, but have a lion tail instead of a horse tail. Yeah, basically a unicorn in many depiction actually had a lion tail. Basically. But don't be fooled. These unicorns are pure, but that doesn't mean they will protect themselves. There are all few who actually see a unicorn. Some of them are pretty rare sightings. I mean very rare. Very rare. But most depiction is a horse with a lion tail or a horse's tail, basically. A horse's tail with a horn on its head. A pure white unicorn. Most of the time, that's mostly been depicted. Not anymore. There's multiple varieties of unicorns, from white to black. But that would be a bicorn. I'll talk about that in a later video. I'm talking about the pure white. Did you know that the pure white unicorn, or unicorns in general, are very pure? Their magic actually could purify water, heal the wounds, and even create stars. That's how powerful their magic is. Now, there are some that actually would hunt unicorns by their horns. Basically, horns of a unicorn are very rare, especially in the magic industry. Some of them actually use the horn to make wands or staff. But, or in Harry, if I did my research right, they actually used the unicorn hair for a core for Harry Potter's wands. If I remembered. Another good thing about the unicorn, only a pure maiden who haven't been touched by anything could touch and ride a unicorn, basically. That's pretty rare, too. Well, in ye old times, a pure-blooded maiden could ride a unicorn with no issues. But don't be fooled. Unicorns can't be exactly trusted because they're still horses. They can literally impale you with that horn of theirs, or trample you along if you're not a purebred maiden. Trust me, a purebred maiden haven't been touched or have any sexual contact with a man or other. And they could ride a unicorn, basically. But if the maiden isn't pure, the horse would probably hurt her or run away. Don't get this wrong. A unicorn is not exactly a defenses. After all, it's still a horse. Those hooves are very powerful. That horn is not exactly not only for magic but also impaling. Ouch, just thinking about it hurts. Ouch. But also, it will try to run away or use a spell in their horn. Even though their magic is mostly pure, but that doesn't mean that it will make a shield around it. Okay? Knowing that, their magic is pretty powerful. Especially if one try to capture it. Don't Also, do not capture a unicorn because you don't know what type of magic will do. Trust me. But the reason why they captured the unicorns is because of reasons. Their horns or their hair. Everything about the unicorn is basically magical. But I do not like when a wizard or witches or even sorcerers or all the way down to use the horn to make their wands or staff. Yeah, I know, calling myself. I do have a wand and a staff, but I use my Halloween magic to make it power up, not using any materials from a unicorn, dragon, or phoenix, or other materials. And yes, I know that's from Harry Potter, but can you really blame me on that? Okay, also let's get this out of the way. Yes, I know a few VTubers, not personally, but I only know only one VTuber. No, I not have any, not personally, but I do know that she is a unicorn of some sort. But this particular unicorn is more, how to say it, pretty unique. And since, let me get this out of the way. Yes, I know that they actually made a monster girl of a unicorn. And by, in this book, I'm not going to name names, but this book, always the pure one or the quiet ones are mostly more lewd. And this particular VTuber also is lewd in her own way. But I don't mind it at all. She is actually pretty amazing in my own opinion. And no, I'm not going to name names. Also, go ahead. I know a lot of you want to fuck a unicorn. And yes, I know the saying the most purest or the most quiet are more lewd. Yes, we get it. But if you do want to have nighttime fun with this lovely lady, do not tell me. Please no. I will stick with the lore of the unicorn. After all, the unicorn are pure, but that doesn't mean this is okay. Okay? Even though this one is pretty uniquely drawn in many ways. But still, if you want to have sexy time with this thing, that's fine. But be aware, if you want to tame a pure unicorn like that, you do know that if you want to turn this into your personal plaything for the night, be aware after you consume her or him, you'll turn into a bicorn. And again, I'll talk about that in a later video. So, yeah, be aware of that. Now, even though the unicorn is very rare sighting, and I also know that this is based on a fairy tale or other, but if someone did see a unicorn in real life, what would you do? Will you take a photo of it? Or try to capture it? But be warned. That horn looks pretty, but that doesn't mean it will do some damage. Just saying. But a unicorn is a beautiful creature. In my own opinion, I will leave it alone and let it run, purifying water and the forest that it lives in. Well, that's just me talking. Well, I better get going. I got another spooky review to do later on this week. So, until then, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay spooky.